I'm with the mid-dot, one phone call, get it dead stop. I feel like I own the season. Say one thing, just give me a reason. Knowing you're mad, I'm undefeated. Top dog, making it even. Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up. I can't take no loss. You better call back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down to get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm litty. I know that you're trying to go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spend. Again, but it's in, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it. Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it.
Let me find out. My team ballin', you look like you need a timeout. I'm a star in the clutch, I'ma shine out. Working hard, yeah, I'm back on my grind now. Game on, took a loss, but I stay strong. Super Bowl rings, I just wanna play off. Gotta go hard, I can never play soft. Giant in New York, I run it back like Saquon. And I gotta win no matter what, like fourth down, Hail Mary, no punch. Like every time I touch down, I gotta stunt. Randy Moss, yeah, my numbers going up. All these trophies, what do I need any more for? Check the stats up, you can check the scoreboard. Check the stats, Jay Critch, I'm the QB. Ran it up and then I went and got a new freeze. How it feel to be the boss, let me find out. My team ballin', you look like you need a timeout. I'm a star in the clutch, I'ma shine out. Working hard, yeah, I'm back on my grind now. Game on, took a...
Thanks, Coach. Originally opened in 1995 as Jacksonville Municipal Stadium when this franchise entered the NFL. We welcome you to Jacksonville and TIAA Bank Field. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Green Bay Packers and the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Mike Lennon, 319. Come on, the ball. 150. 54. Mike,
now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
26.
On second and 12, Rodgers got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
He's got his man, Valdez-Scantling. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Marquez Valdez-Scantling, his first touchdown here of the new campaign, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Tavecchio good on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be fielded at the 8. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
Let's go. Set up. 8, read. Hey, defense, let's go. Pilot, 64, read. Watch out. Hey, Alpha. Go. Motion. Get it.
Minshew, 1st and 10. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. 10 yards there, good enough for a Jags first down. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if
the ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And the return stops at the 39-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they'll be looking to make this a 2-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing and they used to turn the lights out in our meeting room and run through a situation like this and say, just think about what it would be like to be up on the road and take the crowd out of it. Maybe they did some of that.
At the 46-yard line.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain that time, as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
Just like that. Just like
that.
Mike 30. Here we go.
Rodgers going to try and throw on 3rd down. And that will be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down.
Let's go. First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10.
Mike 50. Coming to you.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he'll get that to Fournette, complete. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and that'll make this a 2nd down. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down.
Switch it. Check the backer.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Look at me. Zipper. Go.
Minshew sets to throw. That's to his running back, Leonard Fournette. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars. This quarterback now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Mike's 50.
General West. He's five.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. It's caught by Mike Evans. Well, he ran free there after the catch as that winds up going for 38.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. Throwing on first down is Minshew. That's out to his running back, Fournette. And they'll get this down to the 10. 12 more yards there and another first down.
Nice little nifty play for him there. That's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backs out of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. And this is caught by Lee. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Marquise Lee, his first touchdown of the new season as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Josh Lambo now for the point after. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to something else.
And maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
On that quick throw, what do you think? Possibly something they saw at the line to go there?
Possibly in the game plan, and you notice they went with an empty backfield. No backs there to help with pass protection. So you have to have a counter to that because you know they're probably going to bring pressure when they see an empty backfield. So you get rid of the ball quickly. Quick drop, ball's out of the quarterback's hands, keeps it from getting hit, and they get a completion.
Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. He's going to air one out. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play, and guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. An incomplete pass on second down leads us to 3rd and inches.
Hey, dude. 44, Mike, 44. I got you.
From the gun, it's Rodgers. It's caught. Jones. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Adams hauling it in from Rodgers. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
Looking to throw again on second down. Rodgers. Pass hauled in by the 6'4" tight end Sternberger.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Throwing is Rodgers on third down. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 25. He had a little bit of a turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
Check 26, check 26.
80 weapon. Hey, exit. Snap.
Now Minshew on 1st and 10. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. On 2nd and 10, it's Minshew. And this is caught by Evans. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes and they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. Looking to throw it. Minshew. Airing this one. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. A gain of 37.
That's a great job of working the sideline right there. I love how he tracked the football the whole way. Just reached up and pulled it in. Had excellent field presence to understand where he was in order to make that play happen.
Now Minshew. And he's wrapped up. Taken down, back at the 25. They could not contain Kenny Clark as he gets home for the sack.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and end up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going.
Hey, Echo.
Check, check. 40's Mike. 40's the Mike. 40's the Mike. Hey, I'm coming after you. Let's go.
Another try after the first down sack. Minshew looking for the end zone. Got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Damiere Byrd, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Jaguars have taken the lead. Point after by Lambo, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Hey, 88. 54, right there. 54. Hey, high 7. Hey, 1-7.
Now Rodgers making the catch is Sternberger. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 17 yards on the play there as the Packers have the first down as well.
First down, Green Bay.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7.
Let's get off the field.
A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this second week of the regular season. Throwing now is Rodgers. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
On play action. Now Rodgers. And his pass incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. He sets up the screen to Jones. And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's J.K. Scott now as he'll kick it away for the second time. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Now, their last 2 drives, both ending in touchdowns. It's got them this 14-7 lead.
And it looks to me, and I think you're probably seeing the exact same thing, they're in an ideal spot now to create some separation. The way that they're functioning on offense now, they can create a pretty good gap. Allows their defense to play with a little more verve and confidence.
That big article in the paper this morning about them stringing possessions together for consecutive touchdowns. Well, right here, they're trying to make it 3 in a row. From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. Now Leonard Fournette. And an alley to run. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Leonard Fournette, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Jaguars are able to strike quickly for 6. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And it's now 21-7. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This one fielded at the 5. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity.
And got his man complete. Accelerating, and off he goes. Touchdown, Packers. Aaron Jones, 76 yards, as his guys are back within a single score. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I like where they are on the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. That first down completion only netted them 3. 2nd and 7. And now the Packers going to take another timeout as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Coming, baby. I'm coming, baby. Woo!
Ready?
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. 27 yards there, a first down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
He completes it to Evans. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 16 yards that time on the pickup for the Jags and a first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
This quarterback now over 200 yards already in this first half. It's 1st and 10.
SOS.
Look at me. Door.
Watch 20.
Hey, Haywood. Yep.
Again, Minshew looking to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass. The throw once more on 2nd and 10. Minshew. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Damiere Byrd with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And the lead now up to 14. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This is taken at the 3. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on 1st down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Rodgers. It's caught here by Adams. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Out there now, the lefty Tavecchio for the Falcon field goal. From the right hash and call it an even 50 yards. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
Come on, baby. Let's go!
At their own 25-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're
Packer pressure, and down he goes.
We call that sack block.
So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando, that's where we check in with a coach at our EA Sports Halftime Report. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Jaguars in possession of the lead, and they will get the football as we are underway in the second half. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Throwing again on second down. Minshew. Completes it to Lee. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That goes for a gain of 31.
Just more of the same there, partner. Guys have just been running free in the secondary this entire game. No pass rush, a lot of passes completed. Been an easy day for them.
Joker, 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 joker.
Topper, topper.
Shift, watch the shift.
Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
Let's go. 15 line. 15 line. Let's go.
He finds his target. It's Evans. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
Come on, set. 50, plant.
All day, plant. 49, check 49, check 49.
80 weapon. Hey, Delta.
Mike's 50, Mike's 50. Hey, let's get this, get this.
2.
It'll be Minshew again. The catch made by James O'Shaughnessy, the tight end. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
Brings up 3rd and 10.
So third down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first.
22-jet bomber. Bravo.
Minshew throwing on third down. He's got Evans. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. This quarterback now over 300 yards now for the game, and time to improve on that as he's got a first and 10.
Slam 61, matchbox lights. Go.
Minshew, first and 10. Dumps it off to Fournette. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5.
Now that's the type of play that gives you a chance to win. Nothing forced downfield where you don't have a guy open. Swing it out to the back, on maybe even check it down, whatever you want to call it. Gain of 5. You're just trying to get 4 on first down. They're ahead of the chains now.
Ready.
Fournette. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
They've been so good on third down all day long. Can they convert another here on third and goal?
You draw quarters. 5.
Mike's 50. Mike's 50. Let's go, defense.
5.
Here's Minshew. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Boy, such a good drive. You'd hate to have it end in 3. Do you think about going for it?
Absolutely. I mean, the fact that they've moved the ball so well should lead you to the decision that maybe we should go for it right here. Also, as a head coach, show some confidence in your team. Let them know you think they can go get it.
So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the third quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
Now after the made field goal, back out Lambeau to kick this one off. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Rodgers to throw again. Looking deep for Adams. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. On third down, Rodgers. Open man, Taylor Gabriel. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Right now, you got 58. Hey, 88.
Rodgers to throw once more. Gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones. It's a 4-yard pickup, and it's a second down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Rodgers now to throw. And that's complete to Adams. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
I'm coming for you. Hey, shoot.
Rodgers again now. Jones has it. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. 3rd down turns to 1st with that 5-yard pickup. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And he will be taken down, but a big pickup there on what's going to be the final play of the 3rd quarter. Rodgers now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10.
44, Mike, 40.
Hey, exit.
Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go.
And again, it's Rodgers. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. Give him 18 on that play, and Green Bay has the first as well.
Pilot, 64, weak. Jim. Jump out.
Into the red zone, it's Rodgers. And this is going to be intercepted. Snags it for the pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games. And now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
Recon, 132 fighter. Smooth.
Watch the safety creep.
Yo, cheetah.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
9 yards the pickup there, and it's a first down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Minshew sets to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Hey, high 7. Hit it.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Minshew. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Jair Alexander. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
They go over the middle, and it's complete to start the drive. And he's got this down to the 35. 13 yards, first down, Packers. Throwing on first down is Rodgers. To Valdez-Scantling over the middle. It's a gain of 16 and a first down for the green and gold. On first down, Rodgers. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. Second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Rodgers will try again on second down. Caught on the right side by Adams. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15. The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. Now Rodgers. Touchdown, Packers. Robert Tonyan, his first touchdown of the new season, as his guys are back within a single score. Oh, he pulled it right. It's no good. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
Ready up.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Give the sack to Blake Martinez.
Brandon, more often than not, you'd say they've had his number, and we can count them up so far. 1, 2, 3, 4 sacks given up. But guess what? He's still been able to make some plays, and right now they have a lead.
So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24.
Hey, Charlie. Let's go.
Looking to throw it. Minshew. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line.
So, Brandon, we've sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Hey, seam 6. Seam 6.
March 50, March 50, March 50. I'm here all day.
Hey.
Mike is a 50. Check Mike 50. Hey, I'm
Shoot.
So 3rd and long, here's Minshew. Flush to his right. He's got him in, complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A gain of right around 35 yards on a play that started back inside their 10. Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field that's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
Focus, defense, focus.
Yeah. Go.
On 2nd and 10, it's Minshew. Airing this one out for Evans. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Kevin King, the former Washington Husky, there defensively.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Watch the curl, watch the curl, watch the curl. Hey, Mike's 50, Mike's 50.
Go.
Hey, watch the ball. Mike 50, Mike 50.
Go.
Hey, Mike's 50, Mike 50.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Logan Cook now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of...
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked by Ronnie Harrison. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here.
Hey, Sam off. Check. Now. Switch. Look at me, zipper.
And they're going to take it all the way down and just take the delay. So that'll back him up 5.
Let's go, baby.
Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home. Mike 50, Mike 5.
From the gun, Minshew to throw. He's got the hook up with Conley. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds remaining in the football game.
Jet bombers, 2 jet bombers.
Check. Lucky.
Hey, wahoo!
Mike 50. It's just me.
To throw again on second down. Minshew. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in one game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
I'm ready.
Here we go.
Hey, dude.
Tie that right. We got 3, fellas. We got 3. Kill.
Leo.
Check.
Now Minshew. Escaping the pressure right. Open man is Michael Thomas. A big gain there, and that should certainly be enough to put this one in the win column. And this defense, they needed that one more stop to have any chance, but that completion, that's likely going to seal their fate.
And you could hear it in your voice, that one more stop.
Feel their pain.
Oh, it was so important. They just didn't get it done. Wow, what a way to finish this one off.
This is caught. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's 2nd and goal.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helped to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. 2nd and 3. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown. Looking like they're well on their way to a 2-0 start. All smiles right now on that sideline, isn't it?
As well there should be. It's hard to win a game in the NFL. We hear it all the time. We know that it's difficult. But guess who's smiling, but inside is thinking 24-hour rule because we're going to have to play again next week.
Boss man.
Oh, without a doubt. The head coach, he wants them to feel good, but at the same time, find a way to keep improving.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. What do you do here down like this in this situation? Do you maybe just pick something out of the playbook you haven't called in a while, or you call it a day?
You can do that, or you pick something that's a staple for you and should work better and try and execute that on the way out the door and maybe get back to base and feel a little bit better as you end a ball game that's been a frustrating one for you.
We'll see if they go back to base. Rodgers now on first down. Got a man. It's Tanyan complete. Past the 20.
That's it, baby. We got one.
Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it. And they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do. But they also need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many points, even if you win a game, that can hurt you.
So for the Jaguars, they used a favorable early schedule to their advantage as they move to 2-0. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Chicago Bears. Meanwhile, for Green Bay, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll try to turn things around next week as they have a matchup in New Orleans against the Saints. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.